Hi and welcome to Module 1, Taming the Beast. Taming the Beast is split into two units. Unit 1, the Beast, and Unit 2, the Solution. So as you are about to discover in this module, the real problem is not actually technology. And you'll be like, what? Of course the problem's technology. And yes, it is a problem. As much as we love it, we hate it. It causes us so many challenges. But I'm about to break the news to you that technology is actually not the enemy. But I'm going to save the best for the actual PowerPoint presentation itself, because in the presentation you will understand why it really is not the problem and what the real problem is. And so we will be looking at what your digital blueprint currently is and what you would like it to look like. What is your teenager's typical current digital patterns of behavior? What is it that challenges you about it? And looking at what you would prefer it to be like. What would your dream be like? How would that look? Because no technology, no devices, no phones, that's not the answer either. You know, that wouldn't work, because we are in a digital age and we have to learn how to navigate it. The problem is, it takes effort to navigate. It's hard to navigate. And as you're going to see in Unit 2, the solution, in Unit 2, I've covered the solution, big picture. You'll be thinking, there's 3 modules in this. Why is she giving us the solution in Unit 2 in Module 1? The reason I have is because I want you to realize that the solution lies within you. I hope you heard that. You are the solution. It is all about how you show up. And in my book, which hopefully you've read, you are now realizing, or you now realize, that it really is more about you and more about what you are doing and not doing, especially when it comes to technology. It really is more about what you are not doing. When I realized that it was what I wasn't doing that was causing the problem, things began to change, because up to that point, I was blaming my kids for being the problem. I was blaming my teenagers for being the ones that were causing me to get frustrated, feel disrespectful, not be listened to, and their attitude, blah, blah, all these things about teenagers that drive us up the wall. And I'm sure that you can relate. But blaming them for that wasn't changing the situation. And blaming technology for the fact it was in my house, how dare it? How dare these phones and iPads and laptops come into my house, my sacred space? But they're here. So they're not actually a problem. The problem is us. The problem was me. I was not putting the effort I needed to put into it for a while. And then I realized, you know what? If I don't take this by the horns and deal with it, I'm going to be frustrated with it every moment of every day that my teenagers are in the house on their phones. I didn't want my life to be ruled by that. I didn't want to be showing up frustrated, mad, angry, nagging, overwhelmed day in and day out. The screens are here day in and day out, but I didn't want to be controlled by them. I wanted to control the screens, and so that they didn't control me. But I knew I couldn't control my teenagers, because you can't control a teenager. But who could I control? Me. So when I started controlling myself and recognized that the solution lay within me and what I was doing. So in other words, the solution lay with me and my boundary setting and my ability to set consequences and my understanding of brain science and my ability to create structures and routines in the house and hold those structures and routines accountable and valuable and protect them through boundaries, help my children learn my teenagers learn how to set the boundaries for themselves, that's when things started changing. But it wasn't going to change until I changed. So as you're about to discover, you're the one that's going to be making the changes. And guess what? When you do, the changes have to occur in those around you. When you change your habits, they'll change their habits. So that's what Module 1 is all about. It's recognizing the beast. What is it? What is the problem here? Because there are problems. How does it challenge us? What are the challenges? And how are we ever going to find a way around them unless we take the time to do it and to put some effort into it and recognize that we have the power to change ourselves so that we can lead, empower, guide, and support our teenagers in their lives so that they can become advocates for themselves, that they can value time off screens as much as they value time on screens. So I'm going to stop there and I'm going to let you hop over to the PowerPoint presentations and start with Unit 1. So I look forward to seeing you in the introductory video for Module 2.